Well, the weather is getting nicer here in Medicine Hat, so that means we're going to see a lot more motorcycles on the roads. So today we're at Medicine Hat College to learn all about their motorcycle program. We have that coming up right now on Go. Well, as I mentioned off the top, we are at Medicine Hat College talking all about gearing up motorcycle instruction class. Nicole is joining me from Continuing Studies. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me on air.
All right, so what is this motorcycle class all about?
So the motorcycle class is a class where we teach students about proper safety and skills that they need to have in order to ride a motorcycle properly on the road, just so that they're prepared and ready for what's going to happen out there.
So why is it so important to have a class like this?
It's very important to have this class in place, just with there being more motorcycles on the road, especially with the Southern Alberta spring that starts in March, that we're having this class so they are understanding what the rules of the road are, the proper skills, and it's also good for them to be aware of the other drivers on the road.
I mean, it's a lot different from driving a car, right? You're losing two wheels pretty much. All right, so what do people need to have to enter this class?
So to have this class, you have to be at least 16 years old. After that, it doesn't really matter. You could just say, hey, you know what, I've never been on a bike before, but I'm very interested in trying it out. And you could register and take the course that way. Or maybe, you know what, you've been on a bike before, but you just need that extra practice just to feel more comfortable. And so you want to take it for that purpose. So it doesn't really matter, just as long as you're 16 years of age. That's the big one.
All right, so do people need to provide their own bike as well?
They actually do not. We provide all the bikes for the students. We have different sizes just to accommodate hopefully anyone that takes the class. And also these bikes are maintained year after year, so we're okay with that.
All right, you just can't bring the bike home, I guess.
No, it'd be a nice prize, but no, you can't.
All right, so how can people find out more information?
They can check the Continuing Studies website, which is at the Medicine Hat College website, so www.mhc.ab.ca, and just follow the Continuing Studies link until they get to the proper spot. Or if they're having difficulties, they can definitely give me a call. My number is 403-529-3848.
All right, Nicole, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
Okay, well, later on in the show, we'll be joined by Wayne. He's going to be telling us about what exactly you're going to be learning in these classes. We have that and lots more coming up on Go. Well, we are back here on Go on Shaw TV. We are now outside the college, and I am joined by Wayne. He is the chief instructor for the Gearing Up motorcycle instruction class. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
All right, so what are the basics that people are going to be learning here in the class?
Basics is actually going to be how to start a motorcycle, how to ride a motorcycle properly, how to handle it properly, and all the things that will keep them riding safe on the street or highway.
Why do you think it's so important to have this class?
It's really important. A lot of motorcyclists have been self-taught, and the self-taught thing is not always necessarily the correct thing, okay? So we teach them here the correct stuff that they need to know, okay? And sometimes if we have motorcyclists that have been riding for several years and they take this course, they find out that they've got bad habits, and those bad habits are kind of hard to change. But if you were to come back and see these students here once they're finished their 24-hour course here, you would not believe your eyes in how well they ride.
So it's definitely beneficial for not only the drivers of the motorcycles, but also for everybody that's out there on the road. Now, what is the biggest thing that people learn for somebody that's new? What is like the big surprising thing that, hey, I didn't know that you could do this on a motorcycle?
Balance is a big thing. Learning how to avoid objects on the road is another big thing, and that's done by counter steering, and a lot of people think they need to use their body weight. but your body weight does not work fast enough. So you have to be able to use a technique what's called push steering. And you push the handlebars in the direction you want to go. And that bike will react instantly in that direction. So it's stuff like that. It's little things that maybe the self-taught people don't know, or they might have learned by accident. And I don't mean by having an accident, but they just stumbled on it and said, oh, this works. So we teach that here.
All right. So you had mentioned off camera that shoulder checking is a big part of what you teach as well.
Yes. This course here, we make sure that they shoulder check and before they move off and when they stop. As soon as they stop and as soon as they start up, they shoulder check first. And the shoulder check is not like this. It's cheek to shoulder so that you can actually look behind and to the front at the same time. So that's a correct shoulder check. And you do that before you move off. And always shoulder check to the left first, okay? Because that's when you're going to pull into traffic. So you're going to look this way first, then this way, and then look again. Never hurts to look twice.
All right. Okay. So before we get on the bike, we want to make sure that we're dressed properly. I'm probably not dressed in the right outfit to go on a motorcycle. So what do we want to be wearing?
You want to be wearing gear that is going to protect you if you fall. You're actually dressing for the fall, not for the ride. We don't anticipate falling, but when it happens, you want to be protected. So it's good to wear a good heavy pant, okay, and boots that cover your ankles, okay, and a good sturdy jacket so that it can handle abrasion, because that's when you go down, and also gloves, and also a good helmet. Make sure it's done up, okay? So if you did have the misfortune of going down, at least you got some proper protection. And it just irks me when I see people riding with flip-flops, shorts, all that skin exposed, and if they were ever to go down, they're going to bear those marks for the rest of their life.
Absolutely. All right, Wayne. Well, thank you so much for telling us all about the class here at the college and making sure that our motorcycle drivers are safe out there on the road.
We do our best. Okay, I've been teaching this now. This is my 34th year. So I've seen quite a few students. I even run into some people, they come up and say, oh, I took your course. How long ago was that? Oh, about 12, 13 years ago. Well, of course, I don't remember a lot of them, but there is some I still remember.
Awesome. All right. Well, we love what you're doing here in the community, and we have lots more coming up here on Shaw. Well, we're wrapping up here at Medicine Hat College and the Gearing Up motorcycle instruction class. Now, the riders are instructed to drive along this white line as slow as they can to learn balance and the use of all of their controls. They also have to go through numerous other obstacles around the college in the parking lot here. Now, that's all for our show today. Thanks for watching. I'm your host, Leanne Evans. The throttle. Okay, I'm gonna do that again. Is it gears? Gear, throttle, huh? The use of the gears